Good evening, good evening, good evening, my YouTube subscribers and subscribers to be. Click like, share, and subscribe. I'm almost at the 1,000 mark, and I'll be coming back with lots more. But it is about, about 12:13 a.m. Central Time. And I'm up bringing you this story, this breaking story. R. Kelly has been ordered no bond on sex crime charges, and he is in jail because of the separate indictment in New York. They will not give him a bond, you guys. Now, let's start from the very beginning. You remember when all the sex charges came about when R. Kelly was urinating on this young girl, and this was some years ago. I think it was 2008 or 2000, somewhere in there. And R. Kelly went to court and he got off on those charges. Well, I just found out the reason he got off was because of the fact that they said he paid her folks $2 million. So the reason he got off at that time, they said, is not that he was not guilty, but it's because the girl did not go to testify, because indeed her people were paid off. Now, my take is that if her parents were paid off and they knew that she was 14 years old, they too should be sought after and they should go to jail as well. And all of these other people, all of these people that knew that their children was in the hands of R. Kelly and gave them to him to abuse their children, they should go to jail as well. Now, those older women, they knew what they were doing because they saw a fool. And when you see a fool, they bumped his head. They went in on what they saw his weakness was, and then they turned around and they slam dunked him. He had to be crazy. He had to be crazy. And I know his brother was talking on Tasha K's channel saying how they had been abused. But his brother didn't turn out to be a sex maniac. But he did. R. Kelly never, ever let sex go when his sister turned him out at the age of 6 years old, allegedly. He even stated that he was turned on to sex very, very early. A child 6 years old didn't get a chance to grow up and got turned out from an older lady, which was his sister. Still didn't give him a right to molest children. He should have sought for help, or his entourage and all those people that was around R. Kelly. I think they're looking at those people as well. They also should look at his sister, because she turned him out and his brother out and turned them on to sex with incest. So he was a very sick man. He grew up as a sick child. And all of those people that turned him out, all of the people that knew about these young girls, all of the people that took young girls to him, because they said his entourage, they're going to be looking at them also, the people that was bringing those girls. And so the young girl, now she comes out and talks, you guys. The 14-year-old that he urinated on and was in that sex tape. So you know what? They should look at her parents. Because if he paid her parents $2 million and they kept that girl quiet, they should be sitting in the cell right next to R. Kelly. R. Kelly, man, him with all those women, he could have had any woman he wanted and didn't have to rape little girls. That's crazy. What do you guys think about this? So at one time I was trying to give R. Kelly a break. But if he's a sick man, he has to pay, like all the other pedophiles. I'm giving him no slack at this time, because what you do in the dark, it always comes to the light. Just like we were saying with the Malia Davis case. If Brittany Bowen's mother has something to do with it, whether they have evidence right now or not, it will come back to bite you in the butt. And that's what happened with R. Kelly, because R. Kelly thought he had gotten off, and that was why he started getting these other girls and keeping them under his spell in his house and brainwashing the other little girls because of the fact that he had gotten off. See, when a person get off and they think that they're God, then they'll keep doing, wrong things. And that's what he did. He didn't change. When God gave him that chance and he got off, he did not change, which means what? He is a sick man. He's a sick man. He's a pedophile like him and all of the other guys in Hollywood. There are many, many more than R. Kelly. It's just that R. Kelly got caught with his drawers down. That's what my dad would say. He got caught because of the fact that he's dealing with all these little kids. Like the other guys, they get busted, but it's for just sexual harassment or something like that. But R. Kelly was actually urinating on little children and making them urinate on him. Wow. And paid the girl's family $2 million so that he could get off. And now they're coming out talking. So the girl is older now and she's speaking her piece, and the Sparkle girl and all the people, the other people, somehow she was linked with Sparkle. All of those people was around that time. And if any of them had anything to do with R. Kelly and hooking him up with these young girls, they too will be charged. One thing I did want to point out is that like a couple of the older girls that came on board and they were like 24, I think they knew what they were doing because they saw that he was silly. And he would buy them just to have his way and have a spell on them. And so therefore, when they saw that, they got what they wanted to get. They got their fame, they got their game, and they moved around and they kicked him in the butt. The older ones did. The younger ones, he had their minds completely. He had their minds, but the older ones, they had his butt. And they all got together and they kicked him in the butt because of the fact that the young girls didn't know how to do it and stand up for themselves. Now, at one point, like I said, I was really on R. Kelly's side. But now that this young girl is coming out telling the truth about that tape way back in the day, and she got paid, they got paid, and I bet you her parents kept most of that money and spent it. I bet you they did, because at the time she was only 14 years old, so they probably took control over that $2 million, What do you guys think about this with R. Kelly? I mean, I think he needs some help and he needs to pay. But he's gone. He's gone because they won't even give him a bond, you guys. They will not give him a bond. It's just too much on him. He needs to just go ahead and pay for it. And I think all of the career that he had is over because he let sex get in the way. And I fault that sister part of it. I fault the sister because she turned him out to sex, gave him the feeling and the thrill from the beginning. And to him, sex was just like those crackheads. They always rushing and trying to get the same high that they did in the beginning. That's what I understood about crackheads. I heard that what they do, they chase a high that they'll never get again, and that's why they keep doing it until they kill themselves or do something stupid. So R. Kelly just kept chasing all the young girls so that he could have control and sex and just treat them the way he wanted them to be. He was the boss. And now, they're the boss. All the people that brought him down, they're his boss now. So please click like, share, and subscribe. I had to bring that news to you. Like I said, it's 12:22 Central Time, a.m. in the morning. And I wanted to let you know that R. Kelly bail was not set. He cannot get out on bond at all. He has to remain in jail until his trial date. And because this is a separate indictment in New York City, this is something else. And his entourage, they're going to go at them because they said that they recruited girls for him. So all of those people are going to be looked at. So sometimes when people run behind money, it's no good. For the love of money is the rule of all evil. So all of those people, his little peons and entourage, they're going to probably end up in trouble because of R. Kelly. So that's it with R. Kelly, you guys. I mean, everybody was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. We all know that it was about money, even though he did it. He shouldn't have done it. He has to pay for doing it, but it still all boils down. It was about that dollar because those parents got paid. They really, really did. When they should have turned him in a long time ago. Don't come up now and say, oh yeah, it was true. My daughter, she was 14 and R. Kelly did, that was her on the tape and blah, 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 blah. They need to be sitting in the cell right next to R. Kelly. Because if R. Kelly paid them $2 million and their child was 14 years old, it's like they sold her to him. And someone was saying that they saw that same girl around R. Kelly not so long ago. Which means what? She was still a part of him in her mind because he had had sex with her when she was very young. This is really, really something. As good as R. Kelly was, I mean, I just loved his music. You remember the backyard party? Backyard party. Ooh, that was a good song for a barbecue. So people are not playing his music anymore or anything. But they need to bring down the rest of these people because it's a whole lot of people in Hollywood. R. Kelly was in Chicago. He stayed in the hood. But I mean, in Hollywood, they can wipe him down. All they need to do is start checking. There are a lot of people. I know a lot of actors and stuff in Hollywood have told me, oh, that's what goes on in Hollywood. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think about all this stuff with these women and R. Kelly and the kids. What do you think about the older women? What do you think about the younger women? And what do you think about the parents? What do you think about him not getting bond? And what do you think about him having to pay for what he's done? Click like, share, and subscribe. And I will be coming back with more updates on R. Kelly's story. As I said, it's about 12:25 a.m. So I think I'll go to bed, but I had to bring you this story. Thank you. Don't forget, click like, share, and subscribe. And I really thank all of you, all of my friends, for subscribing to me and for all of my newcomers too. Talk to you later. Good night. Bye.